Hi, Claudine Reid here. I'm so glad that you could join me. Today I want to share with you some tips that I've learned about encouraging shared thinking. Shared thinking. When I think about building my team, when I think about running my company, when I think about doing or developing any great idea, I love to envelope the concept of shared thinking. What shared thinking actually does, it adds power to your idea. I've learned that shared thinking is so much better. You move at a much faster rate than when you employ solo thinking. Solo thinking is only about you and your ideas. And there comes a time when we've got to make an assessment as to when is the right time to bring other great minds on board in order to develop your ideas. I've learnt that shared thinking brings a different level of innovation. My favourite author and mentor, John Maxwell, he says all the time that out of many good ideas is how you get great ideas. So if you bring people to your table, if you bring people to your team, to your space, to your respective context with the purpose of developing a shared thinking concept, your ideas will grow stronger. Your ideas will be able to move faster. Your ideas will have a different spin. Your ideas will be able to take on a different context and also, more than likely, be able to reach more people, because what that shared thinking does is that it adds the value and the ideas of others. They come with their different concepts and their different ideas and their different frames of reference and their different idiosyncrasies and their different life experience to help enhance your idea. And that's the other thing that's really important to take into consideration. Because what shared thinking does, it moves you towards cooperation. It moves you towards completion as opposed to competition. You're not competing with the people whose ideas who are coming to your table. You're strengthening, you're adding value, you're cooperating, you're completing, you're making your ideas more robust, more able, stronger to stand the test of time. So it's always important, I've learned, to come with an agenda. Come with an agenda to your table that is clear and concise, and you are able to articulate your idea, your agenda to your team, to the people who you are hoping to share this great concept with, who are around your table, so that they can be clear in the purpose of adding value. I want to share with you some tips that will encourage shared thinking as it relates to getting the right people around your table. In my lifetime, I've managed and developed and grown many different projects. I've grown, managed and developed many different business ideas. I can even bring it right home to my own family. I've had to navigate and build and develop ideas in my family, in my business. When I was a government advisor, I've had to do the same on many different levels. And here's one key point that stands out way above the others and will stand the test of time. You've got to get the right people around the table. If you're talking about your family, if you're talking about your business, if you're talking about your fitness, your faith, or your finance, you've got to get the right people around the table. People who desire progress, people who are able to have an intellectually stimulating discussion, people that can add value, people who are emotionally intelligent. Let's not underestimate the power and the strength of emotional intelligence. In his book around emotional intelligence, David Goleman argues that our view of emotional intelligence is really quite narrow, and our emotions play a far greater role in our thoughts, in our decisions, in the making of success, more than we give credit for. He argues that emotional intelligence is becoming more and more and more important, especially in this time, especially as it relates to our ability to understand ourselves, our own level of self-awareness, but also as it relates to understanding others. When you've got the right people around your table, you want to think about ensuring they are the type of people who appreciate the strengths of others. It's very important that you are seated with people who can appreciate your strengths, they can appreciate their own strengths, but now your strengths become a complementary tool. This is not about competition. The people around your table should have a we before me concept. They should have a we before me concept. They are sold out for the goal. They are sold out for the dream, for the vision. They are okay if their idea doesn't win. They are all right if their idea takes second place for the greater good. You want people who are mature, people who have experience, people who can enjoy a discussion about success, people who can enjoy a discussion and bring value to that discussion. You want people around your table who are able to take ownership. They are able to take responsibilities for the decisions that they have made, for the decisions that are about to be made. And they're not afraid to stand up. They're not afraid to acknowledge their strengths. They're not afraid to acknowledge their weaknesses, their development areas. They're not afraid to acknowledge the threats or the opportunities. It's really, really important. I have found that whenever I'm developing a project, whenever I'm developing an idea, that the sum total of the intelligence around my table, around my idea, helps me, allows the idea to move at a much faster rate. Then I can have greater ideas instead of just good ideas. I want you to think about, what do you need to do? Who do you need to get around your table? What kind of people are currently around your table? And what more do you need to do in order to add value? Now, when I'm talking about your table, I'm talking about your ideas, I'm talking about your business dreams, I'm talking about your family, whatever table that you have, that you can bring your own board of directors around to start saying, let's feed into this idea, let's feed into this concept, let's take it bigger, better, further than you could on your own. Let's make this idea bigger, better, faster, wiser, more robust, especially as we learn to navigate our way around COVID-19 and everything that it means for our generation and the next. I hope that you found this helpful. Connect with me on social media. Let me know what you think. Thank you.